So hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you the new feature in SoMachine V4.1, the web visualization. I will open a new project, call it Visu Demo. I'm using a controller called M251 with Ethernet. Great project. So this feature is very useful. You can actually embed a visualization server in the PLC. So you can have remote control of your application from either web browser on the PC or iPad, iPhone, basically any web browser which supports the HTML5. So let's start in the application. Go to my code. All I do is I just define a variable which I can modify. So I just call it, let's assume it's a speed, and integer. Go to my tools tree. In my application I add an object, it's a visualization object. Add. So this visualization is just very traditional, just like older version, but in the right side, the toolbox, you can see besides all the basic elements, also from the last version, you have some new categories you can choose, which embed with many new elements, many Microsoft graphic elements. You can have measurement controls, meters, all 3D objects you can choose, like lamps and switches. You can also add trace and ActiveX elements. So there's a lot of new stuff. In this video, I'm only gonna show you the meters and potentiometers to control, for example, speed. It's very frequently used, so it's very useful. Let's start with the potentiometer here. I have one from 0 to 100. So in the right side, in the property, I start by link the variable to this object, to my speed. In application, I'm using input assistant to find my variable. Now it's linked. So now we can modify the appearance and the scale of the element. So if we take the background color, so instead of the boring gray, we can choose green. And the arrow, instead of circle, we can choose the arrow. And the scale, we have from 0 to 100. And that's okay with me, or else you can change to, let's say, 60 Hertz. So if we drop down to the label, so on the unit we can enter Hertz. That's my unit. So that's my potentiometer. Now the toolbox again, let's add a meter to make the view monitoring of the speed. So I will choose one of the whole meter. If you don't want one of these, you can choose 90 degrees meter or 180 degrees meters. There's different kind of type you can choose, but basically the same functionality. So let's, that was an accident, erase that. So let's go back and change the background color to green. The scale type, so 60. Now we will match the potentiometer. And the label, let's enter Hertz. And don't forget to link the value, input assistant, speed value. And that's it. Now the last element I want to show you is the bar display. which also used a lot in my previous applications. So let's drag this here. So in the properties, we do the same again. Or you can choose blue. Nah, I'll stick to the gray. And the bar, we can change diagram type. We can scale in the bar. You can see it's changed appearance here. How the bar and the scale should be placed according to each other. But and you can go without scale at all, only the fill color. But I'll keep the bar. I'll keep the scale beside the bar. So I'll change the scale to match the others. 60. It's okay. Label unit hertz. And finally link my variable speed. So now we are almost ready to go. The one last thing we have to do is to add a web visualization element, and we do that from Visualization Manager. We just click on the plus icon and add web visualization. And this will load a library which provide me the visualization server. And when I download, the server will be activated in the PLC to open the connections to all the clients will connect to it. So in my web visualization, the start visualization will point at my visualization object I just created before. So if you have multiple visualizations, you can define the start page here and then use buttons to jump between visualization pages. And since I only have one, that's not an issue here. And the name of the web page file will be webvisu.htm. That's what I have to enter in my web browser. The update rate will be 200 milliseconds, which is fine. So I just scale down my size to fit my web page. So that's it. Now I can go and make a download. Go to my device tree, double click on my controller. So in the new control selection, I can see the PLC, which is on my network. I find the M251, which is highlighted here. Now I can just go online and make a login. Confirm, yes, and download. This feature is pretty cool because you don't necessarily need to use it to make the fully control of the machine, but maybe for the supervisors or the factory managers to make monitoring of the current production status. So we make start the PLC, and you can see the PLC is in run. Now we go to my code. I can see my visualization is already activated. Now we split the window so we can keep an eye on both of them. So here is my speed value, the actual value in the PLC now, and here's my visualization. Now here only I'll just do the control from the SoMachine here. I just use my potentiometer to increase the value here. You can see the meter and the bar graph is animating according to my control, and the value here is changing as well. So now I have an iPad, but you cannot see it, so let's use the browser. I just start my browser. I'm using Firefox. So in the address, I'm simply type my IP address of the controller is 10.10.0.100, and the port I'm using in the web visualization is 8080/. webvisu.htm. Now the visualization is loading. I can see is activated here. It's in my browser. So it's the same link you can use on the iPhone, iPad, Android, whatever you're using. Just go to Safari and enter this link. You will have the same picture here. And now I'm just control from my web server. Web browser. You can see the reaction time is very good, and it's working very well. Also the same, also very good looking interface. So that's it. I hope you find this video useful, and there will be more on the way. So see you until then. Bye.